Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I thought I would watch a few replays and give my opinions on them because someone had asked me where they thought they might be going wrong. As it happens, it's Angel Rage in this case. But let's see what happens. Saul can always be tricky. He's got so many tricks, and it's always quite hard to play against him. Yeah, everything seems fine so far. I mean, I probably wouldn't have attacked like that, to be honest, but next up should be Battle Cannon. Take out that guy. Yep, I would have done exactly the same. And then probably play a favourite of Mars. Keeping plasma can be difficult, isn't it? I know it looks easy, but I've tried it. It's harder than it looks. Should be favourite of Mars. Yep, everything seems fine so far. I would have done exactly the same thing. Next, Flame Cannon. Ooh, that's tricky. Yeah, I would have been inclined to do that as well. And then, perfect. Now, I would have probably attacked that guy. Well, I guess you can take control of it in the next turn, so yeah, that's okay. As long as you take control of it in the next turn. Hopefully you're taking control of it in the next turn. Perfect. And then I'd probably play the Flame Cannon. Unless they play something big. Desperate Defense. Ooh. To be fair, I would say there's not really much you could have done there. I honestly wouldn't have done anything differently. If you had act again, yeah, I would say in this game, not much. I wouldn't have played this very much differently. Myself, you just get very unlucky. I would say there, honestly, you got unlucky. Soul can be very tricky. And yeah, you played perfectly. Sometimes you can play a game absolutely perfectly and still lose because the other person just gets better pulls. Nothing you could have done there, unfortunately. And let's see. We'll look at one more game. And we'll go for this one here. And it's Karn. I would say Karn's probably tricky for knights. But At this point, I'd have been trying to pull a weapon rather than putting out plasma. That's what I would have been personally doing. Okay. It's not too bad. I guess you've got. And then play Flamer. I would have done exactly the same thing. So far, so good. On your next turn, probably heal because your Flamer will be down at 4. Okay. So I would go for. Yeah, I went for the mortar strike there. I honestly went for the mortar strike there. uh, I would. I see now. I would have probably went for the flare shield and this at that point because it would have prevented him from attacking because he only has 2 attacks. So the flare shield would have. Yeah, I would have. That's personally what I would have done. Was went for the flare shield, used this, and hit him once. That would have taken him down to the point where he was close to fatal. Which, and he really wouldn't want to have attacked on his next turn. Which was that? Damn it. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So we're just going to fast forward a bit. Fast forward. Starting to show my age. Yeah, up to this point, you'd been doing everything perfectly, I would say. But from this point onward, I would have changed tactic. I'd have went for a mortar strike. Mortar strike would have hit for 5 damage. Taking him down to 14. And then I would have healed. on this turn here. After that, so in this turn here, really, five. So he would have been on 8 at this point if you'd used your Mortar Strike. And then you could have used this. And Flare Shield. I would say in the last turn you probably made the mistake. And no, actually, you'd have been healing this turn. So you would have had your Flare Shield. And you'd have healed. And he'd been 8 health. So it's probably the last turn you made the mistake there. But it wasn't over at that point. It's a tricky one. Yeah. I would have used, even at that last point there, I would have used the shield. And the +4 attack. He would have thought twice about attacking. And even if he had used these satellite defense there, it would have just been eaten by your shield. And it probably kept you in the game longer. Other than that, I'm not too sure. Let's see. I'll look at one last game. Oh wait, we've just watched this one. But Angron can be tricky because knights need a little bit of build up. So last game, and it's a soul. Soul can definitely be tricky. And you should always be thinking, okay, from about 7, actually from about 6 and onwards, Soul might be able to pull a desperate defence. So you should always be thinking a little bit far ahead. Playing a cannon, perfect. And then, yeah, I'd have done exactly the same thing. Probably play this guy next. Keep one cannon in reserve, you never know. Perfect. You're using less plasma and you're still doing damage. On the next turn, probably use your cannon. You'll be doing 6 damage that way. It's very good. It's unfortunate, but stun doesn't. I mean, it stops you from pulling weapons, but you have 2 weapons, so that's okay. I haven't done anything differently. here I would be inclined to use both cannons because they're reduced by one, so yeah, I'd be inclined to use both cannons on him. Wait, what? Was Oh no, I wouldn't have done that at all. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. I would use both cannons on him. That was good. And rather than using one of them, I would have used that. It would have given you some plasma back, and it would have killed that off. Oh, that's not good. And you've lowered the health on your weapons, and your weapons are your primary thing. You don't attack like that unless you absolutely have to, and you didn't have to there. Oh, and now you're replacing the weapon. I mean, it kills it, but honestly, I think that might cost you the match. I would not have attacked like that at all. It's not. Oh, yeah. I get a bad feeling about this one. See if you'd kept your weapons. Probably could have focus fired that down. You'd still have a flamer. Hmm. I would say definitely do not attack like that. Desperate defense. Yeah. You definitely lost it when you attacked with your weapon like that. Unless you get a lucky flamer at this point by natural means. It's unfortunately over. I'd say you get a little bit too greedy in that last match, unfortunately. So yeah, I would never, unless you absolutely have to, I would never attack with with a knight like that. I mean, maybe if it's a BLI, sure, but you had everything you needed to attack without to kill it without um, losing weapon health. and you didn't really need to replace your gun at that point. It was unfortunate, but that's what I would have done in that game. Anyway, I'm not a night player, but basically that's roughly what I would have done in some of those games. Just a little bit rambly because I'm just sitting watching it for the first time. I thought I would try and cover it and give some suggestions. I hope you get a better idea of what you would have done. If any of the night players out there watch this, leave a comment and give Angel Rage your thoughts on what they could have done differently. And that'll do for Thursday. I might try and watch a few other games every Thursday rather than just sitting replaying, and that gets a little bit stale after a while. And how many games have I played now on Leman? Games. So after 7,685, yeah, it gets a little bit stale. So I might do casts and commentary on Thursdays rather than just talking and playing the game. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful in some way. Angel's Rage. Like I says, I'm not a night player, so maybe ask Gilliman beside. They're really good night players. Anyway, until Tuesday, I hope you have a good weekend.